Do you ever ask yourself if the sex scenes in your daughter's favorite show are really necessary? Do you feel like you're being flashed when you see too much of your son's video game? Do you wonder what it would be like to live in a society that wasn't plastered with sexual innuendos and nudity? We'd have to get rid of TV, video games, music, magazines, social networking apps, and just about every media platform possible. Adolescents would certainly have to find better ways to spend their time. Yet, it's still likely they'd just choose to spend it thinking about or having sex anyway. In a majority of states, the age of consent is 16, but some close age exemptions make it legal for 14-year-olds to consent too. So, if your children are technically old enough to have sex, they're certainly old enough to learn about it. The fact of the matter is, sex is never going anywhere. It's your job to guide your children through sexual media instead of trying to censor it entirely. Aside from being overly sexual, the media has never been the best teacher for adolescents. TV and movies treat sex as an instinctual, effortless act. Therefore, there's no promotion of partner communication, especially in the form of consent. Characters also rarely stop to put on protection or use contraception. As well, not all bodies are considered to be sexual in education media. In fact, it perpetuates a heteronormative, cisgender, white, skinny, able bodied standard. Arguably, porn is still the worst type of media consumed by young people because it pushes an explicit, false narrative about sex. The workers tend to have hairless and large body parts that a majority of people just don't have. They even participate in acts that are meant to be fantasies, not necessarily reality. When these ideas become normalized, adolescents get a skewed version of what sex is and what role they play in it. But despite its vulgarity, there aren't any legal age restrictions for watching porn or most other forms of adult media. And even when something is technically reserved for certain age groups, it's still not difficult for adolescents to access. That being said, adolescence is a time where your children struggle socially and sexually. They don't want to get made fun of for being a virgin. They want their crush to notice them. They have new urges and don't know why they feel so different. If they don't feel that they can come to you about these things, they're going to look for guidance elsewhere. So while the media is often an unrealistic, unempathetic source, it's still better than them turning toward older, inappropriate people in real life. And like sex, the media isn't going anywhere either. Though you can curb how much your children retain from it by having the talk and promoting media literacy. It is so common for parents to fear oversharing information that their children aren't ready for. This looks like avoiding the names of body parts, not discussing masturbation, and promoting abstinence over having safe sex. All of this avoidance doesn't stop curiosity. Rather, it promotes sneakier, riskier behavior. Further, studies have shown that adolescents who discuss safe sex openly are more likely to delay having it and practice better habits when they do. The same goes for children who are taught media literacy. By definition, this is an approach to education designed to target how people understand messages from different forms of media. It uses cognitive, aesthetic, emotional, and moral dimensions to help viewers weed out truth versus media gimmicks. So while your daughter may see risky sexual behavior in her favorite show, she'll know it's because TV is designed to show happy go lucky lifestyles. Your son can play explicit video games and not go on to objectify future partners. And you can successfully be your kid's first sex ed teacher.